really like Zephyr post the Shrines of Eidolon update, but I think there are parts that can still be improved. And DE did ask for feedback, so let's give it. I'll go over every power and then talk about how I would like to see them improved. First power, Tailwind. Amazing. I might suck at it, but I love to fly above the battle and deal damage from there. And this is now the way for me to get around the planes. All other methods are inferior. I do have some points that I think can be improved in Palm. The damage of flying into stuff or dive bombing is a bit low. And it would be nice if the enemies you flew into also travel forward, like in the operator mode, instead of just falling over and then you have to turn around to shoot them. Second power, Airburst. It's a fine new power, though maybe too expensive. It's a nice projectile that does a bit of damage and has some nice CC to it. But it doesn't feel like a 50 energy power. Sure, it has a nice knockdown and can be used to make your tornadoes bigger, but it's really expensive. Third power, Turbulence. Good, but not good enough. It redirects all projectiles shot at you. This sounds great, but it has some negatives. Many of these problems are also because this will of course be compared to Mesa's Shatter Shield, which is 25 seconds of 80% damage reduction at base. It redirects projectiles. This doesn't disable them. So if that projectile is a rocket with splash damage and gets redirected to the ground near you, you will still blow up. It doesn't last very long, 20 seconds. And for a power that only lasts so short, it costs quite a lot with a cost of 75. It doesn't seem to provide very good protection against hit scan weapons. Apparently it does have some system that does something, but I still get hurt by them all the time. And it can obstruct vision, mainly when hovering in the sky with her wand. I could probably pick another energy color, so it's less of a problem, but it's still kind of annoying. Tornadoes, fourth power. Why would I use them? I mean, it does some damage that can clear weak mobs and it has some CC, but by god, I hate this CC. This isn't CC that stops enemies in their track or blows them all in one direction. This isn't even the confusing them and making them walk all around the place. This first spins them around a lot and then throws them in a random direction. I mean, it's fine if you want to keep them away from something for a bit, but I find it hugely annoying if I actually want to kill them. How would I improve these abilities? 1. Tailwind. I already love this, so I don't really think it needs changed. Maybe make the enemies fly with you, like they do with the operator. That way you can just fly towards a group of enemies and then just shoot the direction you are already looking and hit those enemies that are now on the ground. And maybe refresh your aim glide, so aiming in the air doesn't become harder the longer you are in the air. So you can go up, you can hover there, fall really slowly because of her passive and the aim glide thing, and then when the aim glide runs out you can use her one again and then do it again. I think that would work pretty well. Second power, Airburst. Mainly just make it less expensive. Or, if you have Turbulence active, as you are already manipulating the air around you, it costs less to cast. That could be some fun synergy you could build into it. But the main crux of this power is just, it's good. It's generally not 50 energy good. And yes, I know you can just lower the cost, and I do that already. But it's still too expensive. Third power, Turbulence. I think the timer can easily be improved on in a fun way. Zephyr, the airframe. you should be able to keep your turbulence up if you continue to fly. This could either mean that time goes down much slower as long as you are in the air, or, what I think would be even better, put more time on the clock every time you use tailwind. So as you keep flying, you can keep having your turbulence up. It could be made so that you don't take damage from redirected projectiles. But you are the airframe. If you are close to the floor, you are probably doing it wrong anyway. I'm not too sure about how to fix the bullet thing, as there is apparently already something. And no, the wiki doesn't really know how it works either, so yeah, best I can do is something. A system I could propose is that turbulence increases the area enemies aim at, while not increasing Zephyr's hitbox. This could, depending on how the targeting AI works, mean that you have a lot of bullets flying past you but not hitting you, as they are firing in a big area and you are only in a part of that area. And maybe add something Mirage-y, Hall of Mirrors-y with the visuals, aka make it more see-through if it's in the middle of the screen, so it won't block vision. 4. Tornadoes. This is the hardest one for me to give feedback on, because I feel like this power just wasn't designed for me, like the core of Chroma isn't designed for me. I bet there are people who do enjoy the CC tornadoes. I personally just dislike that they make hitting or even knowing where the enemy is so hard. I would personally like something more directed. One big tornado going forward that only launches enemies forward. Calling forth a massive storm, massive winds, that makes moving hard for enemies while giving maybe a speed and projectile boost to allies. And really puts the wind under Zephyr's wings. And, I don't know, reduces the cost of tailwinds. And yes, I would love to see very strong winds on a spaceship. I would personally just like it more if I could really predict the results of that power. If I cast a power on an enemy, I want to know where I should aim to hit him with my gun. Like I said at the start, I really like what they did with Zephyr. But they asked for feedback, so I give some feedback. And leave your feedback too. Leave it here, but more importantly, leave it on the forums. They won't be reading the comments on one of my stupid videos, and I'll be posting the text to this video on there too, so they are more likely to see it. And I'll probably link to this video as well there, so people that don't like reading can just listen to me basically reading it for them, but yeah. So maybe hi forum people. But yeah, Zephyr is really cool now. This has been Nix, saying farewell.